Then you'd have a serious problem separating air and
Just hit start recording.
Yeah, that's a great way to start it off, you know?
Yeah, instantly get Scott to start editing stuff. He's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Specifically you. Well, we already did my part of the introductions, but might as well keep it going.
Oh, I just realized why it's so bad. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Separating Aaron from...
He just fades it in past that point. He's just like, modern problems require modern solutions.
He's just like, alright, guess this part isn't in.
I guess so. So, just in case of that, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Randy. And this...
I don't know what this is. What? Why are you in my house? Get out. There's a door. Leave.
I'm sorry, I can't. Look. And then I just knock on the wall and like the void leaks in.
Void leaks in like I just invited it in for dinner. Thank you.
It's like, I hear there's a delicious meat. And then I open up an artifact and it's just, oh no! And then it just dies.
Speaking of artifacts, yeah, I tried to pull for Wu Tao. I think that's how you pronounce her. The new 5-star. I tried to pull for her 4 times. Nothing. In a row, even. Well, okay, I think the total I'm up to is 5 without her, but...
That's because the chance is like 1%.
I know. Well, so I watched online, someone was like, okay, out of 20, I got her once.
No, it's like normal people when they hear that the coronavirus has a 2% average fatality rate. It's like, it's whatever. Gotcha players, whenever they hear that coronavirus has a 2% fatality rate, dear God!
We're seeing numbers that shouldn't even be possible.
Because they know that's all it takes to get your waifu on.
That's all right. You don't have to work. Chemistry work. That's fine.
Other part of the floor.
Yeah, there we go. That way it's not going to be stepped on. Probably not going to be stepped on.
No, me when I have C4 Beidou, because I'm just out here grinding the gachas. Dear God!
Oh yeah, so I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but yeah, the desktop shortcuts that Steam like pulls from, I don't know where it gets them from, but they look like garbage. And I found the way to replace them is you just kind of go to you just right click properties, change icon, and then go to the install folder. Ooh. You know, your commons, you just, and then you'll just click on like launcher, for instance, and then boom, it'll do. But this is more of a segue.
Install a new icon.
This is more of a segue into the fact that I found a patch for Steins Gate that makes the art in it a little bit less bad to look at because it was a virtual novel made in 2011. So JPEGs. I mean, yeah. I spent 45 hours on it, so I mean, I can't care too much.
Yep. It's like mobile games that aren't Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Because there's a Sword Art Online one. It's called Integral Factor. And it's really good because you get to like go up the floors yourself and just slaughter enemies. In 3D real-time combat.
Is it really real-time?
Yes. Ooh. Yes. It feels lackluster when you play something by the makers of Genshin Impact. But it's still good enough to occupy the few gigabytes of space on my phone. That's the difference, too. Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact 3rd, they occupy, like, 10 gigabytes each.
Oh, my word.
And Integral Factor occupies, like, 2, 3, something like that.
A small margin.
And I think that Genshin Impact occupies twice the amount that Honkai Impact 3rd does, because, you know, full open world kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, its show is open.
And it sure is a world.
And the surest tangents.
Yep. You sure are, Aaron.
You're not Randy.
Fuck. Got me.
It was like the cover's up and you just shoot me.
No. Oh, God damn it. My cover's blown and I just turn into mush.
You fade from this world.
No.
There's just something about that.
Blown. My cover has been.
Let's see. Pleased in Russia, my superiors will not be.
Pleased in Russia, my superiors will not be. Shoot me, they will. People in the firing squad, I will know well.
Oh no, you do that too well. It's just people in the firing squad I will know well. Oh my word. Oh man. So anyway, shooters. Fun, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Filling someone full of lead and not watching their actual blood spill onto the floor is a wonderful experience.
Indeed.
And it's easier to separate, the... I think that it's important for human beings to play video games so that they don't take these desires out on, real people.
Yeah. Although, I mean,
To play violent video games, that is. you play you fish in Genshin Impact.
And then you go punch a child.
No. And then suddenly you just don't feel like killing people anymore. And that's where you take your violent tendencies out.
People on Twitter be like, yep, I like Animal Crossing. It's essentially therapy, and I haven't thought about killing someone in... How long have I had the game? It's just nice. It's nice the role that games have in our lives, but at the same time, it's like I kind of can't help but ponder where we'd all be at without, video games to kind of latch onto, Because some people, really just dedicate themselves to games in a way that I don't know. I just don't think I have it in me to. Like, Genshin is probably, the game that I've, kept coming back to for, It's weird to describe it. It's the first live game that I've ever really kept up with. I might have mentioned that before, but, Well, I just don't usually have it in me to come back for all the seasons, because it's unless, of course, the primary gameplay loop is just to die for, like an ultra kill, I just don't see much of a need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Honkai Impact 3rd has an energy system, and one of the slightly more recent updates made it so that there's a glitch where your max energy doesn't matter anymore. Oh. Right? And so you come back and you're like, wow, my max is 100 energy, right? Yeah. So why does that say 541? I don't know. Hey, why don't you check your energy reserves in the dorm section? It's just like, oh, cool. Wow, that says 591 now.
Check again. 800. It's just like, okay. Bold idea. Try it again. It's just 2,000.
Stop. But what keeps me coming back to that is that the gacha currency is even more common than it is in Genshin Impact. Like, you complete levels and you don't fucking suck at the game. I almost do, but I can still hack it. You will get 15 per level you complete.
Trying to make
I'm sorry, it's cathartic. I'm just a cat, man.
I was just about to say, do we need a scratching post for you? Are you a cat now?
Maybe.
Start digging into the mic. ASMR. ASMR.
Stop. People are actually going to boom.
And then someone just comments, it's like a river in here. Oh no, I feel bad for making that joke.
It's like a river in here. Never spanked the Yeti that hard.
Oh my word. I don't know. I feel like for Ultra Kill, like the primary gameplay loop is so like dang tight. I would
So
be...
what is Ultra Kill?
Let me just...
These people don't fucking know. You just
it's
talking
this game
about
on my
Extra Kill.
icon right here. It's a
Extra
really great...
Kill. You're just talking about Extra Kill.
Super kill.
Mega Kill.
Medium kill.
Medium rare kill.
Semi-medium, easy, hard kill.
Easy hard.
Yes.
Semi-medium, easy hard.
Yes, we can do this easy way, or the hard way,
Or the easy hard way.
or the medium way, or the semi-medium, easy, hard way, or the semi-medium, easy, awkward with a touch of awkward, easy, hard way. What do you call it? What do we? You good there, Chief?
Nope, never been.
He's like doubling over.
Especially after I get my cheeks spread in Halo.
That statement alone just worries me. I was there, but
You were the one doing it. Stop.
I guess top 10 things that fanfic writers are going to love.
What
Number one.
fanfic writers? What fans?
Let's be honest here. There's probably at least one fanfic writer among the 7.5 people that watch our content.
They aren't writing about Texas men, though.
You got a point. If they were, we'd probably have a little bit more traction on the channel.
Yeah.
So do something about that, people.
Write about the Texas men. Please, for the love of God, don't make it gay.
Please? We say that and there's just someone who has like a 500-page manuscript all wasted by that one statement of just, please don't make it gay. And they're just like,
fuck!
And they just break it over their knee. Tear it to smithereens and just... You break me. You both break me. Unsubscribed. Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribed. They did not give us peanuts, so they perished.
What?
It's actually a reference to shitpost legend Senzawa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whenever she streams, she has a funnily drawn version of her avatar drawn in the top right corner. And it has a little caption on it: "Give peanut or die, or perish." And it's all spelled incorrectly. It's great.
Oh my word. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to rephrase that of when Senza was streamed. Are we thinking of the same person?
Yes.
Yeah, the same person who became Gura.
Stop.
You're
not actually supposed to say that.
Or what?
Horny
Or what?
jail. It's because once a VTuber goes under a contract, more specifically like a Hololiver, they give up everything in their past. Everything. It actually takes a lot to become like a Hololive personality.
Scott, break the connection that I made. Just cover the truth. Cover the truth.
No, it's too late. We're going to leave it in because that's how our conversation flows.
Yeah, but I mean, what if
You
people
say
actually
something,
watch
I
this?
say something, you say something, and then I bonk you.
But what if people watch this?
Well,
sorry, I still have a few jokes left in me.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what made me cringe?
What?
Every time she does a shit posting moment recently, like people in the live chat will be like, "Haha, Senzawa."
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so it's whatever.
I'm surprised they didn't just say. I'm surprised Hololive didn't just say, "Hey, delete this. Delete your channel."
Delete.
But then again, there people would probably go, "Hey,
Why'd
hey,
you do that?
No. It's like, hey, you delete your channel, and look who started one. Mighty interesting, isn't this?
It's just interesting. We can already draw a connection because...
Well, I mean, they draw the connection regardless, but it'd be easier this way.
Gargura went active the exact same time that Senzawa went inactive.
Mm.
You know, perfectly active content creators.
You realize I just die of laughter if it's like, it just really wasn't her. There was actually no connection there. I would just laugh so hard.
That'd be awesome. I'd just be like, whoa, what the hell? Poggins.
Oh, wait, we're talking about VTubers. Quick, change the subject. They're after us.
Fuck.
Quick, we gotta get out of here.
Scott and Jesse are about to kill us.
Scott, can you put some chase sequence stuff in? You know, make it really cinematic, please, and cut out this bit where I'm asking you to do the chase sequence. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You know he's not going to cut that out, right?
No, I just wanted him to cut out the bit with, the request.
Yeah, I know.
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Because it's funnier when you leave it in.
Anyway, back to Ultra Kill. I just like it. I just like it so much. Like, 3 is the perfect number of weapons, and it just, everything flows. Like, whenever you really just kind of give yourself over to the beast that is Ultra Kill, it's just an experience. I saw where someone called it Doom Eternal on a budget, and it just felt like it did it wrong. Because it has such a different feeling of,
It's like people being like, oh, Genshin Impact is just it's gotcha Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
No. Wrong. You're doing it wrong.
The presentation is kind of similar, but the execution is all different.
It's kind of like it's downplaying these games by being like, oh, okay, budget Doom Eternal or gotcha Breath of the Wild. Like, bitch, excuse me.
And it's like, I understand that that's made with the intent to form a comparison to relate it to something that people can easily understand that can't play it. But at the same time, it's like, I saw a video where that was the tagline, and it's like, that just doesn't feel genuine to it. You should, that can be a point, is that it feels like that, but that shouldn't be what you form your video around, Because Ultra Kill is, at heart, its own game, and it's so dang compelling. In some cases, I just like it more than Doom Eternal, because I'm more easily able to turn my brain off and just enjoy.
It's actually, I think, slightly closer as Doom 2016 on a budget.
Yeah.
Because you could just kind of stop thinking and fill the enemies with lead and win. Although you don't really stop thinking. You have, strategies that you can take if you want. The game doesn't force it down your throat.
You're right.
It's not like, you must learn! You could go through with the default pistol if you want. That's the beauty.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
even in Doom 2016, you can't really do that because you just die.
Well, no, people have done pistol runs in Eternal and 2016.
But it's so difficult.
Yeah.
It's just painful. It's painful in those games.
It's not a viable option for anyone who seriously wants to beat the game, essentially.
For anyone who wants to have fun beating the game.
Yeah.
Good thing it had a cap on it.
Listen, man, I have a $1,000 computer. Why in the world would I have drinks near it without my cap on? That wouldn't be Pog.
The champ just wouldn't be Pog.
It wouldn't. I worry we're letting the conversation die.
Well, that's normally what happens when...
We're at 18 minutes. Randy. We just end it there. It's just like, please, don't look. Don't look at our shame.
Don't call me Tinder!
Oh, man. Just, come on, hit me with a conversational topic. Let's get the ball rolling.
So back to VTuber.
No. We gotta be bold. We gotta be daring. We gotta think of something new, fresh to talk about. Fresh like a... fresh like fresh, you know what I mean?
Like Free Shavakadu?
Let's talk about the history of memes. Alright,
then
meme...
That's not fresh at all.
Yeah, I know, that's the point of memes, though. If it were fresh, then what would be the point?
Right.
A little bit of gunk on it as a result of sitting underneath the fridge for so long is what gives it its charm and a little bit of disgust.
Oh my god.
Like seeing it's like seeing classic top text, bottom text memes.
Yeah, and that all started with Facebook.
It's such a weird thing to think about, is that the Zuck helped foster memes.
But he didn't really. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? And didn't give it the algorithm traction. But the people were like, this is fucking great. Because it wasn't the top text, bottom text memes. It was just people, like, writing, witty things on their statuses, and people are like, what? Does this guy think he's funny?
Who does he think he is?
And then those people who didn't get any traction there moved to Reddit because,
It's Reddit.
And, yeah, and then they brought those to to their fellow Redditors, and they were like, "This fight," and then it ended up cultivating into what we know today as the meme.
Yeah.
That's what I bet it was anyway.
Yeah, I think we talked about this on an earlier podcast, but I just love the just customizability of memes. Just how just versatile they are and how anyone can make one,
Mm-hmm. You don't have to... Big brain is not required for big meme. Just
a little bit of big wit. If you can make just a little bit of the
funny. If you're funny, memes work. You don't need to think that hard if you're funny.
Shoot, I mean, it's actually, it's more like if you can push the boundaries of, if you can find that weird, like, tightrope line between, like, something that is actually completely normal, but framing it in a way that it seems, like, weird, it can get views and be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw a deer make a weird little, like, I watched a deer wheeze. It was funny. See? It's just funny. It's just a deer wheezing. It's just hilarious.
Imagine it. It's great.
It's a normal thing. But the fact that it was just someone felt the need to record that and make that the focus of a piece of content on the internet, it's funny.
Or no, it's like putting Running in the 90s over the video of the guy jumping over the retracting braids.
Yeah, I saw that. I loved that.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that like 5 years ago on YouTube. I was like, wait, what the hell is this? What's Running in the 90s?
Straight up inspiring, honestly.
And then I just saw him do it, and just do not try this at home flashed on the screen, and he went...
Do not try this at home. The guy? No, I think I will.
I do think I will.
Mm-hmm. Good content. I hear things have actually been happening in the MCU. I just kind of thought that when they lost their primary source of revenue being putting stuff in movie theaters, Disney was just like, well...
What's the point?
Yeah. I guess not. They're just like, okay, streaming service is a thing. And apparently the show WandaVision is really kicking it up with that.
I keep hearing about WandaVision, but I wonder what it is.
I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is that it's tied into the MCU, and that it's going to affect the future of the movies, which yields a little bit of to me, because they're essentially like, I understand that in the past the paywall came in the form of tickets to a movie theater, but I mean you could still rent it on DVD. With Disney Plus, it's either you fork out the dough or you a hoe.
Pretty much. And the thing is,
it's okay, take your time.
So lots of these companies keep saying good things about China, even though they legally defined homosexuality as a mental disorder. It went through their press. They were proud of it.
I mean, there's also that issue with Taiwan. Like, I think...
Right. Why the hell hasn't Taiwan joined back? Because China fucking sucks. That's why. But
everyone gets stuff from China, so everyone's like, we're just going to pretend we didn't see that.
Pretty much, yeah. And the Tiananmen Square massacre, and more protester violence, and like literally depriving people of food, water, electricity, and like everything else, and being like, if you leave your house, we fucking shoot you.
I mean, there's probably a lot more and a lot worse because, they don't report on it.
They don't. It's like, wow, China's numbers are so goddamn low. Why do you think? Or it's like, wow, North Korea is doing a great job stopping coronavirus.
Yeah, they're also stopping the people breathing. Just loading gun. Hey, appreciate that. You were coughing earlier, weren't you?
No, it's like, oh, hey, 98.7? I'm sorry, man.
Oh, I started up the game. I accidentally started up the game. That's funny. The computer said, you're playing Ultra Kill, right? That was funny.
I like how we're just talking about, like, global atrocities. We're just laughing about it.
Well, I mean, what else really can we do? We don't really have... Okay, not to discredit our 8.5 viewers, but we don't really have much of a platform. We can't say, hey, this bad, or something like that. I mean...
And even if we did, China would knock down our door.
Oh yeah, they would come to the U.S. and beat me.
You know what they'd do? They'd send a cease and desist letter, because if they do anything else, I'm shooting every single one of them. They will not survive. No. Screw a gun. I'm going to get nice, personal, and wooden with it.
He's got a bat.
No.
Oh, your
my
pole
quarterstaff.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
It'd be kind of funny if I made like a halberd attachment for it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna do better to not think about how the world's doing, because it's like it just kind of fills me with just sadness, just seeing the fact of how the world is and knowing that there's not a thing I can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But just live the best life I can.
And I can't think whether it's a good thing or just like a bad thing. That Texas is just completely open now.
Well, they said that cases were still on the rise, so I'm more inclined to believe it's a bad thing, because the thing is while they can reinforce mask mandates, it's not going to really work anymore, because people are going to say you took it up once, no backsies.
Yeah. But the thing is, you can still go ahead and sit in your house and not go anywhere and like wear your mask. Nothing's going to stop you from doing that. And this is just proof that you can go ahead and still do it.
Yeah, but I know that work is going to be difficult because, I think management has already said, they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to be slowly easing back into this. We're not just going to take off all the limiters and see if we break our arms, that sort of thing. It's just kind of ill-advised. But like the thing that people were pointing out is the dude, the governor man, he got his vaccine and then did this. He made sure he was covered, and it's like,
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I expect from politicians, no matter which side of the aisle.
Mm-hmm. It just makes me sad.
Hey, back to stupid politicians. Want to know what we're doing now? Bombing Syria again.
Yeah, but I saw it was something like, it's in defense, it's in retaliation for people killed over there.
You know what he said in an official press briefing, though?
What?
Joe Biden had said that it was a message to Syria to be careful.
I think you said that before you bombed them.
Yes. Man's just swinging his fucking cock around like an asshole.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of when, like, I think it was Reagan that he just bombed Syria and then told everyone, was like, oh yeah, by the way, guess what we did this morning? While you all were sleeping, we just kind of took care of something, really swept it under the rug, and by that I mean we carpet bombed them. Just kind of really just hit them with that.
Oh yeah, we carpet bomb Syria, because that's the thing you're supposed to do.
Bing! Worked in the pat! I don't think it's really worked. I don't think...
Fucking Jimmy Carter started all that bullshit, though, I think.
I don't think... maintaining one of the longest wars in, I think it might be history, or at least U.S. history, is, a good thing.
But we were in the process of pulling out, man. What are we doing there?
Getting oil. They left
We have oil!
They want more.
Stop! We have more! It's just they won't open the fucking caps in Alaska.
I think Alaska's still a bit of a touchy situation. No, never mind. It's not even one of the poles. I was about to say, the poles, they're melting. They don't want to goof.
It's still 20,000 miles from the poles.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And 20,000 miles is a long amount of miles.
A lot of miles? Well, it seems in our haste to get off of VTubers, we stumbled upon a worse vice. Politics.
Yep. And I say this, yet I know exactly why they haven't pulled out of Syria yet, because those military contractors are breathing down their necks and say, hey, we like money. What are you doing trying to stop fighting?
I know. It's just funky, Nothing really changed. From where I'm sitting, nothing really changed.
Yeah. Yep.
Administration switched, and it's, mostly business as usual.
Yeah. Except the thing is, we were actually, doing less fighting. It's the taint.
Well, I hope that this eventually. I hope that eventually Biden's like, okay, we said to be careful. Now we're drawing back. You better not shoot us when we're not looking. Okay, you know.
No, he's not. He's going to keep fighting. He's going to keep our boys over there because the military contractors will not back off. And he doesn't know how to say no.
Decrease their budget. That's a way of saying no.
And they're like, what? What did you just do? And they stop making weapons entirely.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be that extreme if they got a budget cut.
No, they weren't tolerating anything. Because war sells, man.
Yeah, and that's sad.
Yeah.
It's not a 10. Yeah, okay, Scott, I feel like it's not that bad that we talk about VTubers when the alternative is discussing the sin of man and war.
The sin of bombing Syria.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, funny thing is, right after, we had missile strikes on our troop placements in Syria, because, you know, we bombed Syria, and they said, "You really don't expect us to fight back?"
Yeah.
And Biden went, yeah, of course I don't expect you to fight back.
Yeah, the U.S. doesn't really have much of its military might anymore, because we're in zones where people have more than enough to fight back.
No, we still have it. It's just we're too spread out. We're everywhere.
Yes,
I don't know why. Okinawa, South Korea. I can understand South Korea, but why Okinawa?
I don't know, man. Maybe they like the scenery.
And fucking Europe and the Middle East. I don't know why we're in the Middle East. Just, you know, further egging on the motherfuckers that are like, that just hate Americans because, you know, freedom and God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think our widespread presence is because, you know, we're a war unit for hire. It's like, pay us enough, help us lessen our debt, and you got yourself a war.
But then we just have more debt after the war is done.
I know.
Stupidity. But we're, as Texas men, we're literally sitting right next to the oil. Yet we're not using it anymore.
Well, of course not. Let's use everyone else's oil. Might as well, since they're hiring us to wage their wars.
And then we still have to pay full price after we're done. Nice.
Fair warning, people. That was sarcasm. Just want to put that out there. I was not actually being genuine.
I was.
Oh yeah, but I was making the funny. I just want to make a bit of the fun. Why do you keep doing that? Stop with your scratching post. Just talk to me. Why are you like this? Why won't you talk to us anymore? We don't understand. Ah! Yeah, that bid. I'm sure that bodes well with, you know, the other people within this house who have to hear that. Just hear slap, 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 and then
and then CJ, my man.
Oh yeah, I'm just enjoying Gun Gale Online.
I'd hope so. It's a beautiful Dwayne.
Mm-hmm. Like
it's because it's funny, got good characters, and it's also got tension. All three of those things together makes a good action. I was about to say mango, but it's a novel.
You're right.
It's a navel. It's a belly button.
Action. It's an action belly button. It just has a gun in it.
Action figures, not action belly buttons. No, you pull a Shinogi Tanto out of it.
It'd be funny, but I don't know. I just think it's funny. The main character's name is Karen.
Yep, Karen no Kohiru Maki.
It's just funny.
Karen.
And I don't know. I just like the development of things. I like that, you know. I like how it logically establishes her motives for getting into gaming, and, you know, it doesn't exactly try to be something that it's not. So at least as far as I've read, it just does not try to be something that it's not, and I appreciate that.
What would it be though?
I don't know, just something more grandiose, you know, like world-saving stuff. As far as I can see from
exactly. Oh yeah, and your first main struggle, not grandiose either.
Mm-hmm.
to save one fucking person.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a literal, at least as far as where I'm sitting, it's just, it's just a squad jam. They're just they're just battle royaling their way to victory. It's literally just commonplace stuff, and I like it.
Although I like how the first squad jam, 2 people, they fight. And, 6 people squads, they mow right through them like lawns. Although I especially like how the what is it, the Zimal, all Japan machine gun lovers.
What?
Zennippon.
I've not gotten that far.
Oh, okay. Well, later on, they actually get further and further, like, towards victory. It's awesome. Just seeing them go, "We are the machine gun lovers!"
Nice. I'm literally at the part where, like, the big man appeared. And
Oh.
Len's getting introduced to the dude.
You mean Karen? No, just kidding. If you use someone's real name in a game, you're a fucking retard.
Just dishing out that harsh criticism.
By the way, that's actually a problem in the latest volume that I sent you.
Using people's real name.
No, it's because some guy who's not a gamer. You'll have to read. I'm not going to spoil that for you at all.
All right then. But I don't know. Again, something I've been thinking about a lot recently is the concept of just non-committal, media, like non-committal anime. There's this one that I really like called Laid Back Camp, and it doesn't have like world-saving stakes. It doesn't really have like a desperately compelling narrative. It's just a piece of media that I can literally just watch and turn my brain off. It's just, it's just...
I look at the funny man do the thing and
it's just literally just girls camping, It's just very simple. There's, a little bits of development as people get to understand It just feels more like an ad for camping than it does an anime, and I'm fine with that. It's just very just nice and just simple.
It's just fun. It knows how to have fun.
There's no real,
and whenever a show doesn't know how to have fun, you just don't want to watch it.
The show is just nothing but fun, I watch it whenever I feel like it. There isn't like I don't feel like there's like a deep obligation to see the story through to its end. I just watch it whenever I feel like it.
However, with all this being said, I do like to be on the edge of my seat. Like watching some Initial D, watching some of the more cleverly thought out races, just like I had this really stupid look on my face while I'm like so close to my whole ass TV that I can hardly see the corners.
Oh my word.
And I'm just like, oh my god, is he gonna do it? And I'm rewatching it so I know everything.
And you're still on the edge of your seat.
Yes, it's beautiful. And it's even more so now because like I've been doing a bit of studying for like racing techniques. And I say studying, but really I just watch some videos like on drifting and gripping.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And like what I watched most recently was the 5 this guy, he's like a professional race driver, right? He drives F1. Right. And he was doing like top 5 best overtakes 2020. And it's like that was pretty fucking cool. Because this guy, instead of, doing the normal curvy thing with his racing line, he went straight and used literally all of his tires to stop. So that he didn't, understeer in the next turn.
Yeah.
And he was able to, like, get a really late break in because, straight, you stop better than turning. More grip. It was really cool.
Interesting. I don't know.
And I like how whenever like drift racers talk about their tires, they're still talking about grip. Well, they're slipping and sliding like they're on Jello.
Well then, whatchamacallit?
You're just out here like, I wonder what he's talking about.
No, I'm just like, yes, grip. That thing I have with my hand, grip.
Oh yes,
They're
that
gripping
thing that tires do to the road so you don't die.
Yeah, okay, I understand little bits and pieces of it, but, you know, the minutia of it, as it were, is a little bit lost on me.
I see.
But, I don't know. I just want to... Recently, I really haven't been, like, getting into anime all the way. Like, I haven't found, like, a particular series or piece of media that I've just straight up obsessed over, you know?
Besides
Like,
Steins Gate.
well, Steins Gate, like, I just formed a straight up connection with it, you know? Like, you find an anime that, or piece of media that just strikes a chord, and, you know, it's remained my favorite anime since I watched it, like, 2 years ago. It's just a powerhouse, and I love it for it.
Well, I think that, the thing that did that for me was watching a 9,000-year-old shark girl sing Plastic Love.
Yeah, but even in the case of that, like, I'm still not quite obsessing over it, you know. I just want to find a series or something like that I can give my all to, and that I can just, you know, properly just consume, you know what I mean? Like, instead of just, like, watching it and going, like, hey, I liked that. Here are the reasons why. I just want to just basically be, like Steins Gate. I am still, to this day, like, it takes me a moment to try to put into words just how much I love the show and the visual novel, because I just love it that much. There's just it ticks off so many boxes of mine that it's hard to describe. Same thing with Hollow Knight. I just have a deep love for it and an appreciation for the finished product, you know, on so many levels. You know.
The thing about Minecraft, though, is that it's like that for me. Because I get to just stop and, like, become one with my keyboard and mouse and just schmoof. Dig tunnels for 4 hours straight as a Texas man.
Dig tunnels, get whamming.
No, I don't get whamming. I get bullied at school.
I get bench presses thrown at my wife.
No, I'm the one doing the throwing.
Hey, can you stop that? She's really annoyed at this point.
No, she's not annoyed. She's
my wife's
just
boyfriend
bruised,
says that
bloody.
3 Bs. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting burned out on anime. Which it hurts me to think about that. I don't want that to be true.
Well, do something else for a while.
I can't, because I have backlog. And Horimiya anime is still a thing.
So just watch that for now.
Well, okay, I have a few shows I'm keeping up with, though. That's the only issue. Plus, also, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Anime is the thing that I go to whenever I don't want to be doing real-world stuff.
You want to be in the 2D world for a little bit.
Please, just turn me into an oversimplified logo and have it done with. But please, do not turn me into a marketable plushie.
No!
Actually, this is kind of nice. The Aaron plushie. What will he do? Tax evasion. He's committing tax evasion.
No. He's committing war crimes in Serbia.
No, Czechoslovakia.
It's not a war crime if you win.
He's reigniting World War II.
He revives Hitler.
No. Plush Aaron is better than that. Probably.
No, he revives Joseph Stalin. But comrade, communism good.
Is communism good, but he is already gone.
Comrade, already gone.
He's been excommunicated.
Oh my god.
From this mortal realm.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I don't know. You and I both need to find something to talk about for a while. You know? Like, just something that we can both mutually latch onto. And just really just have a grand time really discussing the intricacies of. Because I feel like this is when those sort of topics are when this podcast is at its best. Like when we were both into Log Horizon, we just like that one night where you and I just chatted for 3 hours. That was just such a great time on that Discord call, and I just feel like that was just the epitome of, like, had we recorded that would have been peak content for days.
Uh-huh. But you gotta let go. The accident wasn't your fault.
What do you mean? Of course it was. I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't do anything at all. Why'd you feel the need to do that bit this far into the podcast? Like, this isn't even close to an hour.
Because I thought it'd be funny. No, it'd just be great if someone else listened to the podcast and it was just you.
Just the up like sad music plays. It's just dun 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 dun. Dun. Okay, I don't quite know the melody for that, but you get the idea. Just sad music intensifies. It's just like, this can't be. It's not possible. Please, say it ain't so. Oh yeah. Have you played Doki Doki Literature Club? Do you have a moment to talk about Doki Doki Literature Club?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I haven't. I know that my little brother was into it for a little while. Because, you know. But. I don't want to work that hard to experience a game.
What do you mean?
How you have to, like, dig into the game to find all, like, the horror aspects.
But it's not that. It doesn't take that long, though.
Yeah, but you have to think. It's my problem.
Dude, the rest of the playthrough is A. It is literally A. You press A. You could speedrun this by literally skipping it. Like, dog, it's decent. Well, okay. Are you fine with spoilers?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Are you guys fine with spoilers? That's the question.
Let us know in the comment section below. Anything to give us interaction. Scott, are you okay with this?
Good.
Good. Doesn't matter if you are or not. Okay, so the first arc of the visual novel plays out like over the course of like, you know, I'd say about like a week. You know, your childhood friend Sayori, you know, she you know, makes you join a new club, and you know, she's my favorite. She's great. But, you know, throughout the stories, things kind of start, you know, you become more acquainted with the club members, and through, like, writing poems and stuff, that's the only real thinking you might have to do is, okay, which word is like the person I want to date? That kind of thing. But, you know, once you choose their route, like, if you choose, like, even if you choose her, you know, things are very obviously kind of, like, wrong with her. You know, there's, like, little things that you know, through in-game dialogue and just kind of general observation that you can notice are off. And, like, the day of, like, the festival, or, like, the day before or something like that, you, like, go to check on her, and she just straight up just hits you with this just reality bomb of the fact that she's just been depressed literally every day, you know, depressed since she was a child, and, like, you being her childhood friend, like, saved her a lot. And it just hits so hard. And then, like, you know, something happens, and then the next day, you know, she
commits the suicide.
Yeah, and it just hits so dang incredibly hard that it literally just feels as though a freight train has been dropped on you. You know, because it's just so dang just real, for lack of another word. Like, I like, you know, I connected with her character and everything, and just seeing that, you know, just knowing that, like,
I know how heavily memed that was.
I know, and that's why
I didn't know the context.
Okay. But anyway, it was really memed.
Yeah. People made a whole lot of stuff concerning Sayori's suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hold on, let me pronounce that a little better. Sayori. There we go.
Yeah.
Suicide.
And that just hurts me, because it's like... But I feel like the main reason why I feel like it was memed is because, like, it just fed into the fact that, you know... You've seen the Just Monica meme. I know you have. You know, to where it's like, just Monica. It's, you know, it's part of the game and everything. But I feel like, okay, everything after that point really blows. Like, in retrospect, it's like, all of the stuff afterwards, like, they go into the other club members' trauma, in other words, but it just doesn't hit as hard because, you know, because, like, the game restarts after she kills herself, you know. The game is trying to keep up the illusion of being a dating sim, so it starts over without her in it, and it just kind of doesn't feel like horror, you know? Like, the main reason why Sayori's death and, you know, reveal of her depression, the reason why it hits so hard is because the horror there is reality. Is the reality that you did not see. But then it just switches to, you know, messing with you because hey, I'm funky doing your game files. Something like that, you know. Yeah, boy.
So well done. There's so much a higher pitch.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. But something like that, you know. But like the rest of the arcs, it just does not feel like. Sure, I still like the game.
It doesn't ground pound you quite as hard as what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's like, sure, again, the other arcs, maybe saying that they blew was a bit too harsh, but like they're not bad. It's just, again, nothing really hurts as hard as as the mentality that accompanies. I am just playing a dating sim, and being hit with literal just, you know, being hit with mental illness. Just the very just straight up. They're just like, oh yeah, she's depressed, and you just kind of have to grapple with that. You know, that you as the player just kind of have to just be hit with that, because like all of her actions up to that point, like, you know, like if you start pursuing another club member, you know, it just kind of comes off as she's the childhood friend getting jealous, essentially. And then you're just hit with, no, she just doesn't know how she feels because, you know, mental illness. And it's just, it's just really well done. And then, it's like, hey, sim game, ha, messing with your save files. And I'm like, you're hurting me. You had a masterpiece with that first arc. Could have maybe ended it. Shoot, I mean, it might have been a little bit more of a lame approach, but you could have ended it off with something about how suicide isn't a joke, and had it have a real life, like, kept the train going with hits or something like that. But no. You said funky do.
You said, oh, we have more girls to brutally bruise.
Yeah, and it's like, again, just none of the other ones really, like, none of the other deaths really hit me, because it had the veil of, this is a horror game, and my expectations were flipped. I was like, okay, it's not if they'll die, it is how they are going to die. And it feels bad, man. It feels bad, man. I don't know. I just want media that hits me that hard, that like just takes my expectations.
That just steals your lungs.
Yeah, it just gently sets up my expectations, says, okay, we know this is what you're looking for, and then just does just one thing. It tells you
that it says gullible on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And you stole my lungs.
And yep, there goes my lung. I just asphyxiate. It's just,
your diaphragm actuates, but you have no lungs with which to breathe.
Ooh. You can't even. Ooh.
You can't even.
Oh yeah, so I don't have it with me. It's in like the screenshot directory or whatever in Genshin. But yeah, the shadow's messed up. I just look like I'm floating in like I'm on the side of a mountain, but it looks like the traveler's just out in the middle of the air. I'll have to show you after this, but it's just hilarious.
Fucking Gappy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that I named myself that. I'm just Gappy. So tell me, has there ever been a piece of media that really just pulled the 180 and just hit you like that?
I don't know. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist, man. Because, big spoilers for the very end, but, like, it's like, he goes to the other side to get his brother's body back, and the enemy over there is like, what the hell are you guys even talking about? What is that stupid, law of equivalent exchange shit? I control everything! And then he started controlling everything. It was funny.
Are you talking about in Brotherhood or the 2003 one?
Brotherhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
And then, and then he's like, well, what? No, it doesn't matter? That's the way that we've always done things. We've always thought that if you put in something, you get something out. And it's just like, you gullible bitch.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I forgot about that. I love that bit. He's just like, yeah, I'm just having fun here.
With your emotions.
And your vital organs.
He's like...
He's like, oh yeah, I'm starting to... And then, he's choking on his own blood because his heart's gone.
And then it's just like, now let me go kill the rest of them. And then for some reason he brings Ed back out to the real world, and it's just like, all right, this guy right here shouldn't have went in there. But then Ed gets up and beats his fucking ass with his bare hands for some reason.
Did we watch the same Brotherhood? Because I think that might have been 2003. I don't remember that happening.
It might have. But I don't think it was. You know why? Because when I found Brotherhood on Kiss Anime, I stopped watching 2003.
I don't know. I've seen it a few times. I don't think that happens. Originally, I picked up 2003.
I think that pulling him out of the dimension was a lot more convoluted than that, but that's how I remember it.
I don't know. It was some kind of funky do. I don't quite remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just, it's easier for my brain to reference it when it's like that.
I'll have to revisit it. I just reread it again. I've read it so many times. I've read it, I've watched it, read it again,
also,
watched it again.
What I liked in 2003, I liked the bit where Edward completely does a 180 on the guy who's cheating at arm wrestling.
Oh, I haven't seen 2003, so just keep hitting me with it.
Okay. Yeah. They go into the city, where they introduce that character in the chase in Brotherhood, right? And instead of that...
There's a lot of chases.
No, the first one.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay, but instead of that, they walk up into the town, and this guy is betting all his money on arm wrestling because, he's fucking cheating at it because he has an alchemical sigil drawn underneath the table that he activates with his other hand every time someone comes up. So it's it puts it moves a block of wood up to this side of his arm, so he cannot lose.
Yeah.
Right? And so that end comes up with his metal arm, and he's like, hey, I'll take you on. And this guy looks at him and starts laughing. And then Ed's like, oh yeah, keep laughing. And he uses the same trick, and this guy's like, what? Huh? And that's how they make enough money to survive the next month of their lives.
That is funny. It seems like 2003 is way more joke, but it's got a lot more comedy mixed in.
Yeah. And that's why Brotherhood, the studio for Brotherhood hired Yui to do the first OP, because less comedy.
Oh. It's a little bit pain.
However, the side characters were better in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
They had more pop to them.
Well, I mean, they were pulling directly from the manga, and the manga had a lot of pop. At work, I just kind of walk around doing that. I'll take a step and I'm just like, no one's around. Okay. Someone opens the door. I'm just like, you see nothing. Man.
I feel like I'd get a job at Menchie's just to trash on your managers.
Don't say that too loudly. I think they might watch this. I
hope they watch this.
I don't. I still work there.
Well,
I still work there.
How likely do you think that something is going to happen if you email Big Man at the top?
Incredibly so. They might not punish me directly, but my word, have they shown that they're not above punishing me in the most petty ways. They've shown that they're not above punishing people in petty ways. And that's all I'll say about it on air. I'll talk about more about it. We can bring this up to Scott afterward. He'll cack a little bit.
Yep.
Keki. I'm kecking in my sleep.
It's kind of funny that Japanese for cake is keki.
Or it's more like keiki.
Yeah.
You said K. It's K.
Cakey. Cakey.
Yeah, because it's is in like ah, e, u, o.
Eh.
Cakey.
Eh.
Khaki. Just cake.
Cake.
What's wrong, honey? You haven't even touched your Pepe birthday cake. Isn't it a Pog Champ? And the guy just looks
I'm so alone. That's the problem.
He's depressed.
Your average friend. Congratulations, you have made a Reddit account. Those memes.
What?
No, it's like whenever it's like, normal person transforms into unrecognizable blob of human fat.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, you have successfully created your Reddit account.
Yeah, I have a Reddit account. It's funny. I thought about posting comics there, and I just didn't.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't. They would have probably made porn.
What?
What do you think Redditors do in their spare time?
Yell at minorities.
Well,
Yell at minorities and play the stock exchange like it's a Russian roulette game.
By dumping everything they have into GameStop.
Yeah, I just saw where someone was like, I lose someone was like, I'm really poor, so in reality, I lose nothing from losing money here. I lose nothing spiritually. As such, I do not care. I am not selling, whenever they were trying to get them to sell and everything. All that jazz. It was just kind of funny reading people's comments. They're just like, yeah, we're not doing that. Come on.
Sell? Well, what's that?
Oh, wait, we gotta be quiet.
They said, what the hell do you mean sell? And the funny thing is, I think that GameStop is now like 50% owned by everyone.
It's just funny.
They just aren't selling.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I think battle passes are stupid.
Yes.
They're incredible. I don't understand why, I just do not understand the benefit of them being added anymore. Like, no kidding. It's just, okay, take Bork Knight. You can, as far as I'm aware, you can buy the skins and stuff anyway. So what's the point of the battle pass? What is literally the point? What is the point of leveling system in a game where your damage is not, where your values do not change and everything, where because you were interacting with 100 other people, you can't increase your rates for getting better stuff. I just fail to understand it. I fail, at least in, let's see, Flork Fight, at least it makes a touch of sense because it's monetized, but I just don't understand its implementation in Genshin. It serves no purpose. It is literally just another resource to manage, and I don't understand.
I think it's yeah, okay, I got nothing.
I know.
That's the whole thing here. I got nothing. But more importantly, it kind of makes it feel more like a mobile game. Like Honkai Impact has the same thing, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, that wasn't there before. The fuck are these stupid bitches doing? And, and I invested in it because it's really easy to get things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's also really easy to complete the missions because it's literally play the fucking game.
Play the game, funny man.
And you get half of them done, and bam, that's 3 levels. Although some of them are things like, buy gems. What the fuck do you think I am?
I don't know. I guess, part of it might just be trying to provide content for those people who have tackled everything. It's something to keep them logging back in. But
it's not effective.
I'd rather
just come up with a fucking new map piece. Shits.
Well, okay. I'm fairly certain they're always developing a new map piece. It's just that it's probably difficult to implement. Because they have to test it. They have to make sure you can't fall through the map. They have to make sure that, the quest relating to it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's just...
That's why it took them so long to add in Dragonspine. It's not very big.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'd be willing to wait a bit.
Oh, hey, is the new statue of the seven brand spanking new element?
No. It is still whimmed.
Cringing.
Well,
That's cringe.
well, it's just...
Why make us go through the cold ass cold to get statue of the seven if it's just gonna be wind?
Or actually, there's a statue of the seven, but there's like these frost-bearing trees, I think they're called, that you can dump resources into.
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly about
And
that.
there's kind of stuff. Oh yeah, pro tip. The little like scarlet ore, what are they called? Ores? Like the red ores that you can find around the mountain.
Yeah.
If you hit one, pick that up. Because they're meant to be like they're supposed to break down a certain type of ice, but if you just hold on to them, it stops the frost bar from going up
Oh, yeah.
for like
Yeah.
a good like 30 seconds.
I already have them. I already have like 5 of them.
Well, it's only whenever you pick them up.
Oh.
It's a status effect that accompanies holding them.
Damn.
But I abuse that. I'm trying to get the second Frostspire tree, and I have to complete a time trial, and it's like, okay, I guess I'm leveling. Because I have to be careful with my characters, because I need to make sure they can't freeze. However, guess my combos literally fall under, like, water, electricity.
And that's why I burn and shock my opponents until they die.
Oh yeah, I've been leveling Bennett, and he's proved a very valuable asset, but I got to try out Wu Tao, and legitimately, I just love her playstyle. She literally, like, if you hold it down, she just teleports. She just, like, dashes through, and, I love her abilities. Her,
Oh
like,
yeah,
right,
and what's her element?
fire. And her right trigger, it coats her weapon in fire for, like, a good bit.
Woo!
It is spicy. And then her Y, her super, essentially, it does a big, just area of fire. So, like, chaining that with Beto would be perfect for the overload.
What you do, you cast it out, you stand inside, and you do your shield. And anybody who is stupid enough to step in will get le bonk.
I just have like such a good team that I'm happy with it, though it annoys me just a little bit whenever it's like, you need this character to activate, or you need this type of element to activate this particular archstone, and it's like, why is there only... Well, it just annoys me traveling around Leeway because it's rock-oriented, and I only have 2 rock-oriented characters, and there's no way I'm making the Traveler the third rock-oriented character, and I've decided that I do not like rock-oriented characters, because there's just better options. And it's just annoying to have to pull up character options, go to the one, change it to Noelle, go back out.
And then the thing is, Noelle's elemental special, you don't deal elemental damage whenever you strike with your normal elemental active.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be your super. It's cringe, dog.
Yeah,
Your burst. You have to have the burst active.
yeah. And it's just like, I have, Jing Wong, I think it is. Anyway, the person who wears mostly white, she puts up a shield.
Oh yeah, and she has Romkit Launcher.
Yeah, I like that move, but, like, I don't know, it's just, she's not bad, it's just, she just does not create a good combat flow. I like I've realized that with the exception of Barbara, I don't like catalyst users because it breaks the flow of combat. With Barbara, I have to stand and shoot. But it's worth it because the trade-off is if I can, like, do fire, hit him with the electricity, maybe, and then come in with Barbara, I'm cleaning up with, just electric and water damage that, just multiplies and I get better heals. And it's just, I have like a very nice system, I just kind of have a chain that I do, I just do that funky do with the fire, the electricity, the wind to multiply, and then Barbara to heal in between, and heal while everything else is charging, and then I do it again.
Right. What I've been doing recently, I only pull out Barbara when Peidu's about to die.
I mean, that's fair. Dude, in the Dragonspire region, that's gonna be a lot. I mean, Barbara isn't resistant to frost. Actually, she's weak to it. But, have to do what you gotta do.
Uh-huh. And, you could always just stand in the fire for a few minutes. And yes, I do mean in the fire like we did for Christmas.
Yes, I forgot about that. I'm still cleaning ash out of uncomfortable places. It was really caked on there.
Man, I stepped in my car and I got ash in it.
Mm.
It was unfortunate.
Gotta put some lotion on. You got ash.
Wrong kind of ash.
Oh. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
It does. But, I mean, his name's Jack. What do we expect out of him besides fucking beanstalks?
That he's really good at trades. He's a jack of all of them. Oh, man.
That means he's normal at them. It's just like...
Well, yes, but better to be normal at everything than below average. Or only excel at one thing.
But the thing is, if you don't excel at one thing, you just kind of like, every time you step into like a field where they're like masters and stuff, you look kind of like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And just like, oh, well, I'm good enough. And they're like, no, the fuck you aren't. Leave.
Me working on my comic. I'm good enough. No. Go and leave.
You're a fantastic artist, but your story writing does need a little bit of work.
Aside from the bit. Say it. Nah, it's fine. I mean, I haven't laid out the entire story, but what I showed you was literally just a few months ago. It's just like, I have the story in my head. I know how it develops. It's just putting it down.
Write it down.
Well, yes, but it is the writing it down that is the issue. Because if I write it down and I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not how the story goes. Here, let's try to find the story. And then I'm, looking up funny memes on Instagram.
Or you're watching whatever I send you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I send you one meme and you're just like, here's 50. Here's a watch list. That just makes the conversation fun.
You put this in your watch later.
Yeah, just watch this.
Hey,
watch
how long
this.
have we been going for? Because
at least 30 minutes. Let's see what the other one's at. Was at. Wrong thing.
No. Stop!
The footage just cuts. I accidentally turn off the episode.
You just turn off the TV.
Is this it?
No.
When is this?
That's the one that we're doing right now.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
You sure?
No, the other one.
48 minutes. 48 plus 24.
That's 1 hour and 12 minutes.
Oh, so still going, are we?
Yep. We can always call it here because it's more than an hour.
Yeah.
Bing.
Yeah, but then again, do you want to?
I'm torn actually because I'm finished, but Tangents is fun.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird to think of it like that. That you just finished. You said all you need to.
Wrong kind of finished.
Oh, okay.
Spent. Like, I was in a shotgun with
this
the
Texas man can understand. Fellow Texas man.
Yes, fellow Texas man. I was in the shotgun, and the hammers went down, so now I am spent.
Oh, I see.
I'm finished.
I see.
You're finished.
Randy, have you ever wondered what happens when we stop recording? Do you think we're going to die? I haven't thought about it all this time, but I can't remember what happens when we hit stop recording.
Well, I mean, one of us dies.
No. Okay, so I hit stop recording and your bullets didn't hit me. Do you want to try that again?
Well, if you'd stop fucking moving.
Well, listen, man, I like movement shooters.